Hi, welcome to the portal. So in this video we are going to learn how to find the determinant of a 4 by 4 matrix. Okay, so now here we're having a 4 by 4 matrix and then we're going to determine its determinant. Let's get into it. Okay, so this is how you write a determinant. Okay, so this is how you represent the determinant. So now before you can do anything, check the weak points of your matrix. Okay, so when I'm looking at these entries, I can see that there are rows that have zeros and columns that have zeros. Okay, so I can use cofactor expansion using columns or rows. So but when I'm checking, I can see that column number 3 consists mostly of zeros, so it has 2 zeros, so meaning it's going to reduce the amount of work needed to solve this problem. Okay, so now what do we need? What else do we need for us to solve the problem? We need the checkered board, guys. Okay, so now let's do our checkered board very fast. So we would have, because it's a 4 by 4, start with positive, then negative, positive, negative, then negative, positive, negative. Here positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, then here positive, negative, positive. Okay guys, so this is our checkered board. This is what we're going to use and we will need this. So now let's get into it, guys. So now I'm going to look at this column number 3, this one. Okay, so now the first entry of column number 3 is 0, so 0. Now I don't care what is going to be multiplied with 0 because it's just going to give me a lot of work and then it's going to eat my time, so I'll just write it as 0. Okay, so 0. So here I'm going to use this third column of the checkerboard. So the first entry would be multiplied by positive, so it will be positive 0. Okay, so the second entry would be negative, so here we have 0 and then it will be 0 minus 0, and then the third entry would be positive, so it would be plus. Okay, so now we're getting to work now. So the third entry in the column is what? In the third column is negative 3, so we are going to write negative 3 and then we are going to expand it like this. So now negative 3, so if we can check negative 3, if we can block column 3 and row 3, this is what we are going to have. So we are going to have 3 2 2, then 2 10, and then remember we are blocking this column, so we'll have 5, and then negative 2, and finally 2. Okay, so that's not all. Okay, so we need to include 3 as well. So and then we'll also say, and then here it's negative 3. Here the last entry according to the checkerboard is negative 3, so minus 3. Also do this. Okay, so here we are going to block the fourth row and the third column, so meaning here now we are going to have 3 5 2 2, negative 2 4 1 and 0. Okay, so that's it. So now we have to only deal with this part and this part. Okay, so now let's rewrite it here. So meaning now it's negative 3 into the determinant. So this negative 3 is multiplied by this 3 by 3 determinant. Okay, so now if you haven't seen my video on how to calculate 3 by 3 determinant, you can check it right now on your top right. Okay, so now this is going to be like this. So I can choose the first the first row. So because of this one, the first row, according to checkerboard, it will be positive, negative, positive. Okay, so I will say, okay, if I choose the first row, it will be 3, positive 3 into, so I will block this one, then I'll have 2, negative 2, 10 and 2. Okay, so and then the second entry will be negative, so it will be negative 3, and then I'll block the first row and the second column, so I would have 2, negative 2, 2 and 2. So the last entry will be positive according to the checkerboard, so it will be positive 5, and then I'll block the first row and the last column of that, and then I'll have 2, 2, 2 and 10. Okay, now we are done with this one, we are done expanding this one. So now minus 3, so also this 3 will open a nice big bracket there. So we are going to check this one. So now I'll choose the last row. I'll choose the last row because the last row contains a 0. But before I can do anything, I must know what does the checkerboard of the last row look like. So we know that it's positive, negative, positive. Now here negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. Okay, so almost it's the same as this one. Okay, so now let's get on with it. So we are going to choose this one, the last one. So before and then 4, we will block the third row and the first column, so we'll have 3, 5, 2, negative 2. Okay, and then minus 1, and here we would have block the third row and the second column, so we would have 3, 5, 2 and negative 2. Okay, so plus 0, because this one will be multiplied by 0, so plus 0. Okay, so now let's go on and expand this very nice. So in here I have 3 into 2 times 2, 2 times 2 is 4, so here minus, then minus what, 10 times negative 2, it's what, is negative 20. Okay, negative 20, then here minus 3 into 2 times 2, it's 4, minus into minus 4. Okay, so plus 5 into here we have 20 minus 4. Okay, so minus 3 into here we have 4, 3 times negative 2, which is negative 6, minus 10. Okay, so minus into negative 6 minus 10. Okay, so now you can pause the video and do the calculations. I'll just write the final answer here. Okay, so when you simplify the inside here, you will get 128, and then if you simplify what's inside here, you will get negative 48. So now adding this together will get negative 240. Okay, so now this is the determinant of a 4 by 4 matrix. So although 4 by 4 matrices can be a pain in determining, so do not be scared by this type of matrices, because there's always a trick around that. So it's unlikely that they will ask you in an exam. They can only ask this type of a question in an assignment. So please hit that subscribe button as well. Don't forget to share. Ciao. Welcome to the portal.